Welcome to the night where we light up the spot. We're trading crypto, finance, you'll be mad on the charts. Hosted by the one, Lunar Beaches top shark. Dive deep into the numbers cause this ain't no lark. We're crunching all the data, making money moves fast. From Wall Street to the blockchain, making predictions last. Community together in this financial blast. Markets after dollar shatter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright lights. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trends, see future in sight. It's markets after dark, the financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp on knowledge be showed. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the mother lode.
Good evening and welcome to Markets After Dark, where we go mad on the charts right here on the Piper Academy Network Sunday through Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How is everybody doing? Hope you are doing well. We're gonna be doing a little bit of freestyle. It's more of a freestyle Friday. I might change it to freestyle Friday because I like it. I like freestyle. FOMO's good, but also we want to like it's catchy. FOMO Friday, of course. There is a little bit of an issue with FOMO though, but not really, because I don't know. I like Freestyle Friday too, Alexander G. And so the idea behind a Freestyle Friday is kind of just like a shooting-ish, going through data, going through websites, maybe even looking at projects that people want to talk about, kind of do, and of course, have a, go over charts, but, be a little bit more fundamental focused. Fundamental Fridays, freestyle fundamentals, and just try to, crunch some data and see how we did for the week. But how's everybody doing? Tomorrow, or today, trading day, is my wife's birthday. So I just want to say happy birthday, my love. And we're gonna make it special. So and I love you, and I can't wait to celebrate your life, your existence. Shout out to my wife. Love you, babe. All right, so kind of waiting for some people to get in here. We've only got 3 people in here for some reason. I'm gonna retweet your tweet, Alexandra G. Wait, how did you get it to show the thumbnail? How'd you do that? Crazy. So yeah, Bitcoin. You saw the title. I either saw or heard someone say it earlier today, and then I went and chat GPT'd it after work, and this is what it says. Okay. Boo 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 boo. If I can find it, then I will read it. All right, here we go. So as of April 2025, the month that we are currently in, approximately 2.5 million to 2.6 million BTC are held on cryptocurrency exchanges globally. This represents the lowest level since 2018, indicating a significant shift in Bitcoin storage practices. shared directly from here, the YouTube live stream. I mean, that's what I always do. But it doesn't pop up decreasing exchange reserves. So this is why this matters. A reduction in Bitcoin held on exchanges often suggests that investors are moving their assets to cold storage, reflecting a long-term holding strategy and reduced immediate selling pressure. There's going to be a catch, okay? There's going to be a caveat that I want people to think about, okay, with all of this. This eye looks really red. Is it my lighting? Kind of looked like I got hit in the eye. Anyways, institutional accumulation. The decline in exchange-held Bitcoin coincides with increased purchases by institutional investors in public companies who typically store assets in secure offline wallets. Market implications. Lower availability of Bitcoin on exchanges can lead to reduced liquidity, potentially influencing price volatility and market dynamics. So, the question is this bullish or bearish, right? It could be a little bit of both. It's okay, everything is a simulation anyway, yeah? What do I mean by that? So, institutions, who knows? I mean, we've pretty much have had net neutral inflows to outflows on the ETFs. If you are storing something for the long term, you would think that means, oh, well, then obviously price is going to go up because reduced Bitcoin on exchanges means number go up, right? Well, that's only if the demand is still there. But what if you're just locking up if you're locking up long term, what if they're just putting their Bitcoin on wallets because they know we're about to go through a downturn? So they're not looking to sell. They're looking to hold. Now, the question is, what are they holding for? Now, why wouldn't they sell right now? And they very well might. You never know. The crazy thing is that we can see the flows of the ETFs. But I don't know. I'm trying to build a bearish thesis because I'm a little bit, I don't want to be too biased, or I don't want to seem like we're not in a tough spot, because we are. We are in a very tough spot. And it's really weird, so I asked ChatGPT, like everyone does, what are the odds that Bitcoin sets a new all-time high this cycle? And it says 60%, for sure, gonna set a new all-time high. It said I asked it for a triple top or or more like sideways price action, and it said 30% or 10%, and then it said drawdown or new low 30%. Who knows? Who cares? That's just what it thinks. The point is, I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen. You just have to play what the market gives you. And if you're in profit right now, it might benefit one to take profit. You can buy back in after we cross the high. But yeah. You know what, guys? I gotta bring you up. Let's bring the Madhouse in here. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Let's say good evening to everybody. Good evening, Alexandra G. Good evening, Wick589. Good evening, Robert Mulligan. Good evening, Retro Mike Tech RMT. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Let's see what's everybody saying. Nighty Alexandra, wifey can see you. You want to say goodnight? Good night, wifey. Good night, wifey. LBC with the hottest takes. I think it's going to be a ride. It's definitely going to be a ride. Mike, I love you. Thank you for Sega. Nothing for birthday boy? Wifey's B-Day? What? Well, not nothing. Huh? How could you miss Mrs. Wick's B-Day? How dare you? Happy birthday, Mrs. Wick. She was born in 1995. Y'all young. 95. My goodness, it makes me feel old. 87. RMT's like, let's not even go there. I don't know how old RMT is. All right. Let's bring the chart up. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the chart. All right. So I do want to point out we are at key levels. Okay. We, of course, last night I was giving my fairly bullish take, but we've got to be even here. And I do like to take things day by day. I am not going to let conviction. I like to take what the market gives me, is what I'm going to say. Now, if we just go from the December, well, I can't say the December close, but yeah, the December close or the January open, that is where we are right now. That is what we are fighting up against. We have this monthly fair value gap that we've come down into and that we are bullishly pushing out of. Now, I was talking to Piper earlier. He was talking about 1987 crash. So let's just go ahead and go over to 1987. Hope everyone having a radical day. You too, Melissa. What up, One Love? Mike Volmer in the chat. What's going on, guys? Guy and gal, hope you are doing well this evening. And there's the crash. All right. We want to try and find some similarities, eh? Okay, right off the bat. No, I don't think so. Never mind. All right. So we do have a double bottom in here with a nice little push up. We currently have a little bit of a double bottom, but not on the monthly. Go down to the 4 hour. We got a little double bottom there. I mean, the market structurally, I guess we do have these two highs in here. Then you get the pullback. And then if I go ahead and draw this across, that is where things took a turn. We come back to Bitcoin. Let's put this back on the weekly. Or was it the monthly? Weekly works too. But I mean, that's basically the same thing. 1987. This was a pretty major crash. Looks like to me. Maybe not. 9% crash. But then you had this massive 34% crash, which is huge. Huge for the S&P 500. Let's see. We have similar double topping in here with the push down, with the push up, push back down, another push up, push back down, and then a big clean ride to the upside. Now, why couldn't we do something like this? I mean, I guess we could. Considering how chaotic things have been, it wouldn't surprise me if we did see some sideways price action for a freaking forever. Let's take this bars pattern so we can kind of get a gauge on potential, very unlikely time, but we'll see. Now, differences that I can see in these lows here, well, this is what we would be looking at here. So we go sideways, we do reclaim, come back down. There's a pretty significant, pretty nice floor here. I mean, we gotta think that we did have all the ETFs. This was 8 months of accumulation. This is not distribution. I don't think. This is accumulation. Obviously, because we went to the upside after that. Right? So that's accumulation, in my opinion. You get the big shift to the upside. And now we're just at do or die time. I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I think I talked enough about this last night. But we do have that point of control. That's what I'm watching. That's where I think we are heading. And then from that point, it's decision time. Are we going to break through it, or are we going to fail? Who knows? Stupid Bitcoin, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Bitcoin dominance continuing to move to the upside. Well, let's see on a daily. I mean, it's kind of holding flat. We have our total 2. Why is... Oh, because I had it on the weekly. Like, why is it slicing through so many days? That's why. Trade intuition, bingo, bango. What's going on? Throwing the waves in the chat. Thank you for being here. T.I. Joe. I was pointing out this potential bullish divergence in here for the total 2, which is all of your altcoins, is everything minus Bitcoin. Our total 3 has already broken out. And if we are to get a bullish move, it's very likely that it's going to be the last move, is what I'm looking at, is what I'm thinking of this cycle. How high we go, how long it lasts. That's the question. I may not be a profitable trader, but I'm a round trip trader. I like that. Should turn that into a meme. RMT. Might not be the smartest man in the room, but at least I'm not dumb. Anyways, so let's take a look at some things that I wanted to see. So I said, Freestyle Friday, so we're just kind of winging it. Let's go to Google Trends. Let's take a look at Google Trends. Your eyes are perfectly fine. Shador Sanders. No. Let's just type in Bitcoin. United States. I want to worldwide this. Interest over time. Past day. Let's not do past day. Let's do past 12 months. Interest very much waning. Let's take a look at the past 5 years. All right, so interest peaked in January of 2021. Well, no, it peaked in May of 2021, which was pretty much where we got our top. And then it kind of fell out. We got a little bit more interest in June. And then when the second top came in November was our last little push to the upside on our Bitcoin search terms. Interest by region, El Salvador is actually number 1. You got Nigeria, Switzerland, Netherlands, Austria. Bitcoin mining breakout. Rising. Oh, these are rising. Bitcoin mining, Tesla, Topic, Solana blockchain platform. Related queries, Solana, Shiba Inu, Solana price, Shiba Inu, GME. Why are these on an uptrend right now? Is it because Solana's moving to the upside? And people really like Solana, huh? Why though? I don't understand. I truly don't. This chart, I don't know that I like this chart. It looks like a clean break above the high, a pullback to break the low, come back into the range, come up to resistance, and then roll over. I mean, that's your change in character. If we come up here and we get resistance, this thing's going to roll over, I think. And that's the thing. When you're looking at the Google Trends, whenever you see the pop-ups, that's the peak. Ave is greater than Sol. Retaliation. Retaliation. I was trying to sound out that second E for some reason. Let's do Solana. I started trading Sol a while ago because I was backtesting my weekends. I wanted to have more hours. That whole Solana ETF and being able to earn interest on your ETF is causing some excitement. I see. So over time, in the past 5 years, we see a peak. This is probably like the pumped up fun peak here. I mean, this is January. Well, I bet this March 1st, February 23rd through March 1st. When did Trump say he was putting Solana in the crypto reserve? Was that here? That might have been here. Solana, XRP. Massive spike, trending to the downside. ETH. Wonder if I need to type in Ethereum. Ethereum. Looks like it's price chart. Oh man. Crypto. So our trends are not looking good. Google Trends is all, we are fading, fam. These are not good signs. Retail is not here. The question is, if retail is not here, whom are the institutions to sell to? How do you draw retail in? There's only two ways to draw retail in. One, give them a price that looks like a discount. Or give them a hype train. Those are the two options. You get a nice big green candle, people start to come in. And this is, I wish Piper was here because this is part of, I'm going into the conversation that we were having earlier. And I want him to be able to defend his point. But because, Pi Bear has been super bearish. And I would say he has legitimate reasons to be bearish. And to not think that we're going to set a new all-time high. I mean, the bearish signals are certainly outweighing the bullish signals. And we can't hold on to hope. I mean, I like providing, well, I shouldn't say providing. I like, providing all different scenarios. What I think my most bullish case is versus what I think my most bearish case is. And right now, because of market structure on the lower time frames, I am at least low time frame bullish. The biggest question for me is going to be, can we get past that point of control? But now I'm ranting off of something else. So he was saying, yeah, this is the time for, or when you get the bear market rallies, that's when the institutions unload. Fair enough. That would be absolutely. I mean, that's what they do. But if there's no interest, if we're not seeing any trend, not in crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, everything is kind of trending to the downside. The Solana, I guess, had what Google was calling a breakout. It looks like it's kind of not doing that to me. 7 days, I mean, not really. What if I just do Sol? No, it said Solana on the bottom. No, it's Solana. So yeah, if retail's not here, who's the institution selling to? Other institutions? I need Piper to answer this question. Because, well, let's gauge this real quick. Okay, Fartcoin is, okay, interest is starting to wane on Fartcoin. Okay. That's a sentiment check, all right? But I mean, crypto is not on anyone's mind right now. I mean, crypto, the search term crypto is the lowest. I mean, this is what is this? Where are we currently at? We're at 24. It got down to 22. The absolute bottom was 16. Over here, where was 22? 22 was around here. I mean, but we are at the same lows that we were at last year when we were going sideways for all that time. Crypto's just, there's nothing here. We're not, Coinbase isn't at the top. That's why January might have been the top. Coinbase isn't at the top of like the App Store. It's like nowhere near it. Like there's no big interest in it there. New Earth, what's going on? How you doing? The exchanges buy and sell with their own funds. While they do that, they hope retail jumps in. This is the life of a market maker. The exchanges buy and sell with their own funds. While they do that, yeah. So crypto and Dungeons and Dragons have something in common. Yep. Let's just compare. This is Freestyle Friday. I know it's not what I put on the title, but all right. Looks like Bitcoin has had a little bit more interest than Dungeons and Dragons. Let's do 2004 to present. Yeah, we were pretty even back in 2011, but ever since 2017, Bitcoin's just really taken off in popularity and compared to Dungeons and Dragons. So it's just kind of how it goes. This will be interesting. Crypto versus Trump. Wow, Ukraine searches the crap out of Trump, huh? So does Russia. Russians. Interesting. So Trump is way more popular than Bitcoin. Okay. Or crypto. Let's do Bitcoin. Ooh, what's more popular, crypto or Bitcoin? Trump is still more popular. Crypto. Bitcoin is still more popular than crypto. What about altcoins? This is high level stuff, guys. I hope you're enjoying this. That's still 2005. Let's do last 5 years. Yeah, altcoins doesn't even come up. ETH. No, let's do Solana. Solana. Over the last 5 years, man, people way more interested in Bitcoin. Of course. All right. But how much interest does Cam Ward have? Oh, Lord, don't even. I still can't, like. You just had to bring it up, RMT, I swear. I don't know what our organization is doing, bro. I really don't. The Titans are just a hot mess. You get the #1 overall draft pick and you draft a QB in a not so stellar QB class. Ridiculous. All right. Bring up the Velo data. I haven't done this in a while. Interestingly. Let's go down to the 12 hour so we can get some more data. Potato. Maybe ticket prices will drop. Probably not. Let's see. All right, so this is our open interest. So these are your longs and your shorts in the market. We bottomed out. Hello, thank you. Bottomed out here. We did tap that. Nice little double tap of that level. Guess we could still come back down lower. Now, shorts to longs, who's ahead right now? It's a really good question. Coins, delta, coins, spot volumes, perp volume. Okay. So spot volume looks like we have a negative delta sitting up here, which means during the sideways consolidation range that we are currently in. We are getting more selling than buying. And this giant candle was both spot and perps, but also spot liquidation. Spot liquidations. Not spot liquidation, but liquidations. Perp. Subscribe, like, share. Thank you. Thank you, Alexander G. I always forget to tell people to please like this stream. Please. I beg of you to like my stream, please. So this is what gets me too. It's like, where's Piper when I want to argue with him, or have a back and forth, a cordial back and forth? He's waiting. He said that he would get back in if we break the all-time high. Where's my... If we break the all-time high and we backtest. It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest, right? Shout out to OC guy. Okay. Well, what about this one? What about this breakout backtest? Does this not count? Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's very mixed. It's a mixed bag out here, which causes confusion, which isn't really good. It usually leads to downside. But they're going to wreck you in more ways than one. It's not about the breakup, it's about the retest. I think he meant breakout, but I'll take it. Alexander G. Hey, G knows. So anyways, open interest has been on the rise. And I'm going to assume that this is mostly short interest, because I shouldn't assume. I should take a look. All right, so let's see. Big push up in open interest. So you have trades opening up. Those could be shorts or longs. Because we've got green candles on both our spot and our perp, that would indicate probably longs. Then this one, we get liquidations, because we have we have longs and shorts closing in this little indecision candle here. But this big candle showed a nice big drop, which indicates short squeeze. But also, since the spot volume, it has been increasing. But it's mostly perp volume that drove this price action. So your perpetuals, your liquidations, the closing of R.S. Miller, what's going on? Good evening. Where's All Set? That's a good question. Where is All Set? And let's see, this big red candle was a lot of another indecision candle in here. So you just have a lot of positions closing. They could be longs, they could be shorts. Volume favors the shorts. Nope. Yep, on that candle. So probably just people either taking profit from the pump up, taking profit, big move down, or shorts going ahead and closing because of the big move up, sideways price action. They're going ahead, they're just closing their shorts just in case it continues to the upside. So we've got that. Let's take a look at, let's see. I'm going to take a look at, this says futures. All right, BTC 24-hour volume. Binance seeing the most volume, even compared to Bybit and OKX. OKX seeing more volume than Bybit, except for, I guess this is spot volume because our open interest over here is open interest snapshot. We see perps absolutely, or Binance perps and Bybit and OKX. I mean, Binance still dominates the perp market, it looks like. BTC funding rate, it's another thing to watch. Can't really tell. Binance, okay, so these are different exchanges. Bybit. Hyperliquid sitting at a 10.95% funding rate? Why though? I don't like Hyperliquids. Wow. You're not Hyperliquid if this is what your funding rate looks like. Negative 56.26%. Ooh, that's awful. Deribit putting in the bullish divergence. Which one is Binance? The blue. We're actually negative on our funding rate on Binance. It's kind of bullish. April 2022. Why? Because if we have a positive funding rate, that means we're going to have more longs than shorts open because it costs to keep you have a funding rate on these exchanges. Pretty much every exchange I've ever used, it's been in every 8 hours is they update the funding rate. The funding rate is there. They increase or decrease it depending on the amount of positions that are open in the market. And what it is you're paying a fee to keep your position open if you hold it for longer than 8 hours. And the reason why you pay the fee is so that that money is used for whenever you have like liquidations to offset the difference, so that like if someone's orders don't get completely filled, then they'll come in and they will fill the difference with your funding rate. That's at least one thing that they do with the funding rate. So when they go negative, it typically means you've got shorts. Am I tripping? Hold on. It's like ChatGPT. Let me just ask ChatGPT. Whoops. Explain. Maybe later. Explain funding rates in trading like I'm 15. So, all right, imagine you and your friend are making bets on whether the price of Bitcoin will go up or down. You're using something called a perpetual futures contract. It's like betting on the future price of Bitcoin, but it never expires. Now, here's where funding rates come in. What is a funding rate? It's a small fee that traders pay each other every few hours, and it depends on whether most people are betting long or short. If most traders are long, then longs pay the shorts. That's what I was trying to. If most traders are short, then shorts are paying the longs. So this keeps things balanced and stops everyone from dogpiling in one direction. Why does this exist? Because perpetual futures don't have an expiration date. Exchanges use funding rates to keep their prices close to the actual Bitcoin price. Okay. It's not how I remembered it. It's like a little tug of war to make sure the futures price doesn't drift too far away from reality. So the higher that your futures price goes, or the lower that it goes, will change your funding rate, I guess. Real example, let's say the funding rate is plus 0.01% every 8 hours. That means if you're long, you'll pay 0.01% of your position to someone who's short. If you're short, you'll receive that 0.01%. So sometimes you're not just trading price, you're also earning or paying little fees depending on what side you're on. TLDR, funding rates are tiny payments between traders to keep prices fair. If you're on the popular side of the trade, you usually have to pay. If you're on the underdog side, you usually get paid. So this is actually kind of crazy because I know of traders that go and find high funding rates on different in different markets, on different assets, and they will actually sit on it and then just earn that funding rate. It's kind of crazy. And then they just wait for the price to start to come back down or up or whatever that's opposite of their position, they'll close it. Or in their direction, rather. In the direction of their position. I don't know. It's crazy. It's a little bit over my head. Eventually I'll get there, maybe one day, if I have any interest in doing that, but not really. Bitcoin liquidations, dead. BTC price, dead. Not really, but BTC 1 month average return, or 1 minute average return by hour. Oh, wait. 1M, 1 minute average return by hour. I don't understand what that means. 0.08%. These are some crazy charts. Bitcoin 1M average return by day. What is 1M? What is that? 1.46%. I don't know, but I don't like it. That was futures. Let's go to options. There was something else. Market. 1 week return buckets. Because I like to look at this stuff too. Top gainers, open interest changes, funding APR heat map, sector performance. I like this one. Let's see who's performing the best. Memes are still performing the best. What's the time frame on this? Oh, for the week. Oh, it can only go up to 1 month. Okay, so who's performing the best? Well, the worst is gaming over the past month. Gaming's been horrible. Let's see. Layer 2s, like your OPs, your ZKs, your poles, your STRKs, your ARBs, your MNTs. With DeFi is up a little bit more than that. Above that is memes. Then we've got AI. And then we've got layer 1s. AI and memes are kind of playing this cycle, which does make sense. Now, I do see a divergence here where we have Bitcoin or layer 1s putting in a higher high, AI putting in a higher high. Where'd the memes go? Hello? Did they disappear? Did they hear me talking bad about them? It was just there. Oh well. The memes were put in a lower high, so that's looking good. That's looking good. Open interest normalized, CVD. Yeah, nothing interesting there. Okay. I made 6 USD on 100 long on V, though when everyone was short. Couldn't figure out how, but you just taught me that. Thank you. There you go. I made 6 USD on 100 long when everyone was short. Couldn't figure out how, but you just taught me that. So there you go. Packing up house. Can't get to the computer till later because of the time change. What are you moving, RS Miller? Did I miss the news? All right, economic data tomorrow, nothing. No, we have consumer sentiment tomorrow, and the Michigan consumer sentiment final, inflation expectations final. We'll see what happens with these. No, not moving. Painting the inside of the house. Ah, gotcha. Now on our daily, we were seeing a nice little curvature to the upside on our money flow, but we're starting to curve, kind of level off here. So we do need to be careful, especially as we approach these highs. Now this is, I still have this up from last night. Nothing has changed from this. Still watching this low, but really watching this high right here at the high of wave 1. Cannot break the high of wave 1 on this yellow one. We can do it on if we complete the 5 wave. No, that's wrong. We cannot break down into this one. What was I trying to? Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One last push to the upside. Hit that point of control, and then this can last weeks to months. Okay. That's the thing. We could go sideways and just chop around in here for wave 2. That wouldn't be fun, but that could be what we do. Now, I wouldn't expect it to last that long, but we'll see. If we are in more of a parabolic stage, then I wouldn't see it dragging out. Obviously, because we'd be going parabolic, but I don't know. I don't know. So what I want to see is I want to see us to, complete this 5th wave, and then I want to see an ABC of some kind, whether it's just sideways or it's down, but not cross into the territory of wave 1. Just an ABC, and then start May off, sell in May and go away is the saying. We'll see. And if it's sell in May and go away, then this might be why, right? So we do still have the relatively equal lows that are a pain in my neck, because if this was a straight up V recovery, I wouldn't think that we have a good chance of coming back to take the lows if we just put in a new low. But this is on the 4 hour. On the daily, we do have just the spike down and then the push up. It's just, that is better. We do have it on the daily. Above the 0 line on the daily. But super overbought. I don't really like the terms overbought and oversold, because to me, this just means we have strong momentum so far. If we go out to the weekly, that was a 3-day actually. The weekly, we did post this bullish divergence in here, hidden bullish divergence. Hidden bullish divergence is when you have price creating a higher low, and you have your oscillator creating a lower low, like that. So that is a hidden bullish divergence. A standard bullish divergence is the opposite, is when price is moving to the downside. You've got lower lows, and then on your oscillator, you're creating higher lows, and that is a classic bullish divergence. I think I said bearish. Classic bullish divergence. No bearish divergences right now, I can tell you that. But what I could see happening, if we are to get this, that's a big if. I do want to say that. It's a big if. We're more likely to, or I wouldn't say more likely, but we're just as likely to chop sideways as we are to do this and as we are to do this. Because why? Because we're in the middle of the freaking range. So you just gotta be patient at this point in time. Just be patient. Patience pays. Okay, patience pays. What are we going to do from this point forward? Just got to be patient. Let the market show its hand. But we are getting a bunch of reversal signals. We did get the push up. Now that's another thing too to keep in mind, is that just because we got a reversal signal and we got the bullish divergence doesn't mean that this move up, that wasn't it, right? That could be it. That could have been what we were bullish divergencing for. But if we do come back up here, as this is pushing hard to the upside, what that is going to do on the weekly chart is, if once it curves over or crashes, that is going to create a bearish divergence where you put in a lower high on your oscillator and a higher high on your price. This is a bearish divergence. Now, we do already have a bearish divergence on our monthly chart. But that doesn't mean that this can't go higher. I'll tell you that right now. That does not mean this can't go higher. What it does mean, though, is that it could do something. I mean, it could just do a little poke up and then, just continue to roll down. Or we could pause out here. What is it, the 24th? Could wait, close the month above the point of control. We do have the money flow shifting to the upside. Haven't had green money flow since 2020, 2021. 2021. Last time we had green money flow on the monthly chart for Bitcoin. So this oscillator, I mean, we could see a little bit of green pop up in there, maybe. But what my point was is that we might not even see it pop up because we're on the monthly chart. So we could see it pop up like as price is moving to the upside. But if we complete this within a month's time, then this thing could just end up kind of being flat and then continuing to move to the downside. So, but we do have that bearish divergence in here, although the indicator itself hasn't confirmed a bearish divergence. Let's go take a look at something that has a little more history, like the Dow Jones. Let's see, this did put in a bearish divergence from here to here. And then we had the rally up and then the crash down. We broke the all-time high. We got a pullback. Why didn't you buy? That's a rhyme. Breakout all-time high. Pullback means buy. Break of all-time high. Pullback means buy. Well, if we don't go up and top out in April, May, we won't till October. I agree. Or at least I think that is definitely it's definitely possible for sure. Let's see. Right here, confirmed. Boom, boom. Confirmed before the drop on COVID. But look at this thing. Look at all of these bearish divergences. And price just continues to push and push and push. So we can't always rely on our indicators. We also must rely on macroeconomic data. And that's why you got to come back tomorrow to the Piper Academy. Subscribe to the channel if you are new so that you don't miss it, or hit that notification bell so you don't miss it, so that you can come back and watch all of the bearish stuff, all of the John Jermaine. I was reading John Jermaine. What up, John Jermaine? Nick Musgrave, how y'all doing? Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you all. Man, look at the wick on this monthly chart for the Dow Jones. That's a long lower wick. I mean, you get lower wicks like that. Those almost always are going to mark a bottom, whether temporary or not. I mean, long lower wick. What is this? This is 1987. Long lower wick. Now, this isn't as big of a crash, right? I mean, 19%. Right here would be the same as 87, which we do have that level marked off. But if we go back to 87, remember, this is a monthly chart. Okay, here's an example of where you can have a long upper wick and then just go sideways and then continue to fall over. That was in 07, great financial crisis, so not a good sign. Push down here, push down here, push down here, push up. So it's not every single time. However, this wasn't a back test of anything. This was kind of like a second back test. Bounce, bounce, go. Come across. 87. Big wick, slow recovery. Kind of what I would prefer. I would prefer to just kind of accumulate for a little while, for several months. But yeah. Typically this would say, hey, this is kind of bullish because buyers really stepped in after that big crash. The problem is, well, I guess it won't be a problem if this continues to the upside and we can take out this 43,000 points here on the Dow Jones. But I'm running over. I need to go. I love you guys. I've run over the past 2 nights. It's time for me to stop for tonight, for this week. Guys. Oh, that's right. It's Thursday. I mean Friday. It's FOMO Friday. Be back tomorrow for markets for morning market report. And Good Morning Crypto. Before that, bright and early. And then in the evening, no shows. I don't think OC does Friday. I don't know. But either way, love you guys. Let's do it. Are you ready? We've got to pray to the moon gods now more than ever. So pray with me. Or chant. Chant with me. Moon gods. Moon gods. Please bring us the gains. Oh, moon gods, bless us with gains. All that we want is the moon. Please bring us gains. We need the money because we're broke degenerates. Obviously, because we're in crypto. Please give us a gains, mad love. The end. Thank you all for joining me this week. I do appreciate each and every single last one of you. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical weekend and sleep well. Mad love. Peace out. God bless. Goodbye. Good night.
Welcome to the night where we light up the spot. We're trading crypto, find out you'll be mad on the charts. Hosted by the one, Lunar Beaches top shark. Dive deep into the numbers cause this ain't no lark. We're crunching all the data, making money moves fast. From Wall Street to the blockchain, making predictions last. Community together in this financial blast. Markets after dark, shatter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright lights. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trend, see future in sight. It's markets after dark, the financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp on knowledge be showed. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the mother lode. Economic loops and the way the dollar flows. Community vibes where everybody grows. Analyzing trends while the world lays low. Markets after dark were only brilliant shows. Hit that subscribe and join the ride. In the world of finance where fortunes collide. Lunar's path will be your guide. Through the market storm or the market tide. On the charts with Lunar's bright light. Crypto markets soaring through the night. From Bitcoin markets soaring fast. Markets after dark, shatter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright light. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trend, see the future in sight. It's markets after dark, the financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp on knowledge be showed. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the mother lode.